Morning. Is anybody with us? Let's see. Not according to the numbers. So hopefully we'll have some people this morning. I've had to try to sneak this live one in. Yeah. So we'll wait till somebody comes in. Oh, I see a one lit up. Somebody's here. That's good. Welcome. Hate to be sitting here all by myself. Anyway, just to let you know, we're going to be moving, and so that's going to be the next few weeks is going to be iffy on how much I put on the YouTube. Part of the reason I haven't done much the last week because we've been packing and moving around a little bit. Oh, here comes somebody else. That's very good. As I just started to I was telling about how, in fact, we're going to be moving. So I should say for the next few weeks, it's going to be kind of rough on what we're doing. May not do too much YouTube stuff. Somebody came and left already. Well, that wasn't too nice. Anyway, so this move's going to tie things up a little bit. That's going to be, two old people moving. That's kind of, she's got big problems even walking now. Anyhow. Who is with us anyway? I know I got one. I don't. The other one came and left in a hurry. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, we'll discuss a few things. I had some notes. I don't know what I did with them, but anyway. One thing I want to discuss is I had my physical yesterday. Day before yesterday. With this packing and stuff, I'm kind of confused. Anyway, I had my physical over the computer. And what was really nice is I got to see the doctor, but he couldn't see me because his camera wasn't working. So that's to me, big waste of time. I'm not a great favor of this televiewing doctor's visits. It's number one, they can't listen to your heart, they can't take your pulse, they can't, So what actually good is it? And that was my yearly physical, by the way. My wife had one a few weeks back. Hers was over the phone, over a regular phone. And mine might just well have been over a phone because we were just talking back and forth on the computer. So that was an interesting thing. I could see him, he couldn't see me, and so he don't know if I was even the right person he was talking to. I don't know. Not a fan of it. I can just picture down the road. They'll send you a kit in the mail. You got to have your tonsils out, say. Well, good. You'll get a kit, and your wife or your mother or whoever will have to remove your tonsils and follow the directions. I say that as a joke, but I don't know. The way they're going, it could be possible. Who knows? Yeah. It makes for an interesting deal. Speaking of the medical thing, she had a doctor's appointment the other day with an actual doctor, by the way, which was interesting. But we got there, and right off the bat, they said, you don't have an appointment. And my wife had drug her sister along, and they had been with her when she got the appointment by her primary care doctor. They both were sitting there when they made it. So anyway, after a big, long to-do, the lady on the desk finally goes back, and she goes, oh, yeah, the doctor did make an appointment with you. It's like, oh, boy. Anyhow, Make a long story short, she got to see the, well, before she got to see the doctor, they wanted to do an x-ray. Great, their x-ray machine was broke. So great. So now I got to take them down about, I think it was about 5 miles to this hospital to get an x-ray. But what was cool about that? Where we went into the doctors, nobody was taking temperatures. Nobody was doing nothing. We got out of the hospital, they took everybody's temperature. So I mean, there's no conformity to this thing at all. I mean, everybody's doing it to whatever they feel like, I guess. So anyway, we went down there, got an X-ray, and come back, and finally she had her appointment. But it's this medical thing is very, very strange. And I went out to the VA hospital yesterday. Yesterday? No. I'm getting my days mixed up. Yeah, it was yesterday morning. Today's Friday. For some reason, I was thinking, oh boy. Anyhow, you don't want to go there with. You don't want to get in my mind. It's full of cobwebs. I went out to the VA and had my six yearly CT scan of my lungs, and I guess it looks pretty much about the same. It's all full of scarring and nodules and stuff. And Agent Orange does a real nice job to you. But anyhow, without seeing them, saw my pulmonary doctor, and she said she's going to have a specialist look at my CT scan. I said, that's okay. And she's a specialist. She's going to have another one. Okay. But anyhow, I get a phone call yesterday. Before I got home and all. Then I guess I'm going to have to go back out for more tests in the little, looks like a phone booth. They put you in, you breathe in it and stuff. No big deal. But the interesting thing is I'm going to get to have a virus test along the way, where they swab you. I haven't had one of them yet. That'll be interesting. And they were supposed to call me back right away to let me know when this was going to all happen. Needless to say, they didn't call. So maybe today. Who knows? You know how this stuff is. It's hurry up. It's got to be done right away. And a year later, you get it done. Anyhow, we got that done. I wish I could find my notes. Because I had a couple things wrote down that I wanted to remember. Let me see what's over here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you about. Microsoft downloaded an update into my computer, which completely messed it up. And if you go on the internet and you look, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it's they got one update there. They cut loose that it's raising Cain with a lot of people's computers. Well, mine, the first thing it did was it wiped out my Adobe, and I couldn't reinstall it. Couldn't do nothing. I uninstalled it. It just wouldn't be installed. Anyway, make a long story short, the next thing I know, the stupid thing is asking me for my ID, your key, for your Windows. It managed to lose that. And then it, let's see what it do. Oh, and then it got to the point where I couldn't even log in. Just go up on the screen and it'd pop up and come up with this little box that put your password in. No matter what you did, it still didn't go nowhere. Anyhow, then it got to the point where it wouldn't even do that. So I took a morning and I sat there and I managed to fire this thing into a different mode. Yeah, I got mine set up so I can go to a thumb drive without too much problems. So I took it over there and I completely wiped out Windows. Reinstalled a whole new Windows. I went in because I had been setting. I'd been using that 7-day defer thing, and I've been doing that for about 3 months. And they managed to jam past that. Well, I went in now and I fixed it so that no way they're ever coming in. Never get another update. That's got its pros and cons too, but at least for a while we'll just leave it like that. That way they can't jam this messed up update of theirs down. By the time they finally get around to that, I have to open this thing up again and let them do updates. So then, by then they'll have things fixed, hopefully. Anyhow, thought I'd share that with you. What else did I have? Anyway, the Mr. Whiskers for President video I did, and the second part, it's not doing too bad. It don't get mainstream though. It's pretty hard to get stuff mainstream. If 50 people watch your video, if 40 of them give you a like, it's going mainstream. If you don't get enough likes with this new algorithm of theirs, it don't never ever gets out mainstream. People more or less got to hunt it down. And that's kind of shortens up some of this stuff. On the bright side, my MSI stuff is doing really great. But I don't have a whole lot I can do on MSI motherboards and stuff. But I see the one on Game Boost there. That's over 20,000 views. I thought that was pretty good. That's evidently got up there enough so that it's out there so people can find it. So feel free to jump in there and say something. You know, I work much better if I can have a little feedback. Don't mind me. My lungs aren't cleared yet this morning. And I'm going to have to, I was hoping there'd be several people on here that they could visit with each other. I've got to sneak across the street and get my laundry and bring it back. The wife, just before she left, she says, "Oh, by the way," she said, "I started the laundry over in the laundromat." She says, "You'll have to go over and get it." I says, "Oh, that's wonderful," right when I'm doing a live. So I don't know to shut this down for a few minutes or to just let it sit here. But if I just let it sit here, that's kind of boring to you too. So I don't know. So I think what I'll do, I think I'm going to shut down and then I'll come back on. And the one person who's watching, I really appreciate you being there. I really do. It's very good of you. But listen, I'm going to shut this down and go get my laundry. I'm going to come back in and I'll fire back up and I'll redo a live in a few minutes. We'll just do we'll pick up. But I'm going to be gone about 15, 20 minutes. And I don't want you to have to sit here and just stare at a blank screen. So I think it'd be better if we just shut it down and then I'll restart and come back. And hopefully you'll come back. So I thank you all very much. And anybody else that might happen to be watching. And I'll be back and I'll restart a stream in a little while. Thank you all very much and God bless.